Well, hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Enshrouded. So I decided to start off today with building this nice little building. Hope you guys enjoyed the little time lapse. This building is gonna be mainly for storage because I needed something over here. So yeah, I decided to make a cute, cozy little building for it. I think it turned out alright. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna keep it though, because I kind of had a vision for this area, but I kind of forgot about it. Since the upload schedule has been kind of all over the place lately. So it's easy to forget what I've been doing. So yeah, but for now we're gonna keep it and we'll have some places put all our storage at least. So that's gonna be good. Let's go ahead and place this doorway in. Looking all nice. And I just want to add these windows real quick. Bada bing. And bada boom. Sweet. And what else do I have? Some light. Just gonna be useful, of course. Probably don't need a whole lot. Yeah, just 2 of these will suffice. That's awesome. I like how much light these things give. It's very nice. And then along this wall here, I'm gonna place down a bunch of storage. But they're pretty expensive, so I haven't made any yet. Actually, we might as well go see real quick how much they cost. Then we can kind of figure out how much we need to grind. Always feels nice coming back here. I quite enjoy it. Mr. Carpenter, where are you? Hello? Are you behind the house again? You are. Is it wrong to have a favorite aunt? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, I've also been looking at all of these things. Like there's tons of new decorative items we can place down, so that's pretty cool. I really enjoy placing down carts and stuff and wagons. It's quite nice. We got some nice fencing over here, which we're gonna look at pretty soon. The windows, of course, we got dishes and stuff. Just like, don't really care. We can make a cemetery for some reason. And I guess that could be cool. But what was I looking into again? Oh yeah, we can make a well soon as well. If we get the masonry tools. Maybe we should do that today. I'm not really sure yet. Oh yeah, the chest. So we need a bunch of goo, which is doable. Shroud cores are a little bit tricky, but they are craftable at the alchemist, so it's not too bad. This is pretty doable as well, except for straw. We don't really have access to straw yet. I know I got a little bit over here, but that's purely like by accident. I don't even remember how I got it, to be honest. So that's interesting. I think I got it from tearing down that building that was in the place over here at our new base. So let's see, what do we need for shroud cores? I mean, we can create quite a bit. It is pretty difficult to get the shroud spores though for some reason. Like they don't really drop a whole lot. I think I complained about that before as well. Like in the early days of Enshrouded, you used to get tons of them, like super easily. But I guess they nerfed it in some of the recent patches, which is pretty unfortunate, but we'll make it work. Let's see here. I need to chop these nails off real quick. There we go. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to make more stuff for with the overgrown tool. So you've probably seen from the previous thumbnail, I've been experimenting with that and I really enjoy it. Do we even make it here? Oh yeah, we do. So we need springlet dirt and some flags. Just not too bad. Yeah, I'll probably look into it later. Make baskets and stuff. That's cool. Oh yeah, and I still needed to craft up some, what do you call it, the flower pots. Have I crafted up any by chance? I did. Look at me, being all productive and stuff. Sweet. Can I craft some real quick? Let's see. Oh, that's right. I need more flower soil. Can I make that? I can. Just craft as many as I can. These need the tiny flower pots, but I don't really care about those for right now. What is the difference? Wall. Okay. Let's just make a couple of each. There we go. And then we'll go from there. Right, let's travel back real quick. Wee. Not gonna bore you guys for doing all kinds of decorating today, but I just want to take a quick look at these. Although maybe you guys do enjoy this kind of stuff. I wouldn't know yet. Yeah, look at that. I mean, the tiny stuff makes a huge difference. I've talked about that in I'm not sure if I talked about that, but in the Valheim episode, I tried to explain that. But yeah, this is nice. Very pretty. But yeah, the overgrown tool is amazing. Like, you can create these vines and stuff. And if you kind of can make it make sense, like vine spreads, you know, so you kind of want to go all the way across if you can. It makes the most sense to me, at least. So yeah, pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and dump this in here for now. And I think for today's episode, I want to do a little bit more building maybe. Or some adventuring. I haven't decided that yet. I'm using the wrong button for sorting. There we go. Getting my games mixed up here. I was holding R, which is in another game. Which one is that? I already forgot. My brain doing funny stuff today. I also worked on the road a little bit more, so we got this one curving all the way around here. And in the middle here, I want to put a little garden, which is gonna look pretty nice, I think. And then we'll place some fencing and some flowers and bushes and stuff all the way around here. Which, speaking of, I do gotta go up here soon. Towards the melodies of the Meyer thingamabobs. Because you can get some shrubs there, which is like this stuff that you can place down. Kind of like hedges. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, I want to have tons of those scattered around all the way around this area. I think that's gonna look pretty nice. I guess if we're gonna build a building, we're gonna build one over here. Let's see, I'm not really sure whose building this is gonna be, but I guess we could just start placing down some foundations and then see where that leads us. I wanna back it up just a little bit from the road. Like so. Let's do... Can't really go out by much here. Think we can... Can we get away with this? Kind of? Yeah, that should be fine. You can always adjust the road a little bit more. It's not really that big of a deal. And let's place down a staircase over here. Oh, that's right. We were gonna use the wooden floors. I forgot. I need to make some more as well. There we go. Place a staircase here. It's very foggy. I had that last episode when I was trying to make the thumbnail for this episode. The last episode. The fog came in and pretty much covered the entire building, which was kind of annoying. So I had to wait the full day. But luckily there's always stuff to do in this game, so it wasn't too bad, I suppose. Do I have my stuff on me? Yes, I do. Need to fix this road here. Let's raise it up a little bit. And then hashtag delete. Oops. Try this again. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Not too bad. Alright, so I got some more of the foundation laid out. So I decided to go with another bit of an L-shaped. For some reason I really like to build those. It's cool though. Yeah, so we got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 2x4 and another 2x2 on the side here. And I think I'm gonna try mixing two styles that I've been playing around with lately. And of course, one of them is the same kind of style that I did with the carpenter's house, the previous one, with like the crow step cable or whatever it's called. And over here it's gonna be like a pretty much standard medieval house, two-door kind of style. So yeah, we're gonna see how that turns out. And this is probably gonna be like the blacksmith's house, most likely. And then over here I'll probably end up building the carpenter's house, most likely. And then of course towards there is gonna be, we're gonna build like an alchemist place. Maybe we can build like a nice little tower for the alchemist on top of this hill here. That could be cool. And of course I wanna have like a pretty big space for the farmer. That should be doable, probably around this little area. And then of course the last thing I want to build is like a little tavern / inn for like all the extra NPCs, because they need a home as well, of course. And I think a nice little tavern would do nicely. And then we always have more space over here if we want to do some more stuff. So, and of course eventually we're going to be able to expand even further if we want to. But I think by the time we do that, we're most likely gonna move again. Because of course the goal is to build pretty much a little village in every single biome. And with each biome we're gonna try to go a little bit crazier each time when it comes to build styles and stuff. So yeah, hopefully I can pull that off, but let's stop rambling and actually start building while I talk, because there's no reason not to. Of course, the floor below is gonna be, what do you call it? Stone. See, I think I might do a little window here, or possibly I might turn it into a doorway. I'm not sure yet. It would make a little bit more sense to have a doorway here, to be honest, but we'll have to see. Because of course I do want to make the little crafting area accessible. Alright, let's see here. Don't think I'm gonna do anything too fancy on the bottom here. Just gonna keep it as is. Of course, do a window over here. Maybe another one over here. Actually, I think I need to move this one over. There we go. And probably over here, we're gonna do a chimney, most likely. Have a nice centered one. There we go. Let's go ahead and block this off. Put a doorway here. And then 2 half walls. There we go. Nice. See, is this gonna be enough space though for a crafting area? Honestly, I'm not really sure. I might have to end up expanding it. That's always a possibility. Actually, let's do that right now. There's no reason to pull that off if I already got the idea in my mind. Making no sense. So did you guys happen to catch the new update that they announced? They're gonna add a water biome. Just so excited for that. Cannot wait to see how that's gonna work. So most games, they don't really do the water very well. At least in the early stages. You know, that can always change, of course. But yeah, it's super exciting. I can't wait to see it and mess around with it. Because I really love rivers, and if I can create my own little river or pond, then I'll be really happy. Not really much to say about that, to be honest, but yeah. I think that's gonna be awesome. Let's see, let's go ahead and place down these things real quick. How did I do this again? Does it seem to not line up as well? Yeah, I think I misplaced this. Which is weird, because I used a snapping point. Yeah, it really wants to place over here for some reason. I guess I'm just gonna have to do it manually. There we go, that's better. Yeah, interesting. Go ahead and pick the small blocks. Need to go too high on each one. At least I think so. Maybe 3. Well, we'll see when we get there. Let's see. 1, 2. Come on. 1, 2. 1, 2. Awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and place the roof down by the way, so that way we can see if we did a good job. I think maybe... Yeah, that looks pretty good. Might have to go a little bit lower. No, it's fine. Guess right here I can... Might have to scooch over the doorway here. Yeah, because right here in the middle I would like to do something like this maybe. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. There we go. Yeah, that looks fine. Actually, never mind. Let's change that. Because I don't really like having a doorway dead center, you know? So it feels... It makes the room feel smaller. If that makes sense, you know? I kind of almost want to throw it all the way up against here, the side. But would it make sense though, having 2 doorways right next to each other? Probably not. I guess if anything I can switch up this doorway here. Would that make a little bit more sense? Hopefully. There we go. Yeah, I think so actually. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Then maybe we can open this up a little bit by placing down some half walls here. I know it's getting dark, so bear with me for a minute. Let's see, I want to try and see if I can make a bit of a round window. Let's see here. This might look terrible, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I need to go a little bit lower, don't I? There we go, then over here. Definitely onto something here. What about this? No. Doesn't really look right. Oh yeah, by the way, I did a little bit of interior on my new house here. Still needs a bit of work though. This window is lower than it needs to be as well. Fix that later. So yeah, I got some trophies hanging up, which is pretty cool. Got a cozy little living room here. With a bit of a dining room as well, I guess. Got my nice little fireplace with my throne, so I can just sit here and chill. Still need to figure out what I want to do with this. Probably like a little study area. Now place down some bookshelves and stuff. Could be nice. Over here I want to have like a little... probably like a bunch of mannequins and stuff so I can display all my armor and weapons. At least my favorite ones. Up here's my little bedroom. I still need to place down a new chimney over here. I mean fireplace. Got another mannequin over here. Just gonna equip my best armor, which I haven't figured out yet. In here it's gonna be, well, it is kind of a bathroom slash, what is the other stuff called? Shower room, I suppose. You've got a tiny little area here for pooping. Got a nice little bath here. A washing station thingamabob. So yeah, nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. I got a nice level 39 rested bonus. Of course, in our settings, it's a little bit boosted as well. So we're probably getting a bit of a higher number than you probably would in your game if you haven't increased that. Which I could recommend you do, but if you like to stick vanilla, then definitely do that, of course. To each their own. Alright, sleepy time. Alright, so I just decided to go with a little bit of an archway here. And I think that's good enough. I do want to make this look more sported. I think I did that in the other building as well, the carpenter's one. Yeah, we'll worry about that part later. Other than that, nothing else too fancy, so we're good to go on that. Of course, I do want a second floor here in this particular building, so let's see. Kind of like the idea of having a small balcony on top of here. I'm not really sure that's gonna look good. Guess we can try it out. Yeah, no. It's not working for me. Let's go ahead and place these down. Right over here. Like a zoo. Actually, I need to use the other one, right? Yep, this one. Oops. There we go. Actually, do I need that right now? Did not do that on this one either, right? Yeah, let's just make it straight for now. Actually, what I will do is have a window sticking out over here. There we go. That will look pretty nice. And should I do the same thing on the other side here? I think so. Come on. Jump. Get up there. There we go. Sweet. Alright, and then we'll just close this part off here. And do another tiny window over here, or we could stick that out as well. Would that be too weird? Maybe. Might be a bit much, but we'll try it. If not, we can always change it, of course. Go the back side here, we'll just do flat for now. I think I do want to have some extra bits something over here though, because the wall does look a little bit flat. And coming into town like that is not really a good sight, to be honest. So we definitely got to do something about that. We could potentially make a small little overhang with just some... Oh, where the heck did that one go? Excuse me. Do something like this. It doesn't really make sense, does it? Yeah, we'll think of something later. Go away. There we go. Of course, I'll probably end up building like a little gatehouse here, so we can attach that to this building. That will help with the flatness of the building, of course. Alright, oh yeah. Do need to add these over here. For the roof. Alright, now we just gotta place these down. One over here. Gotta back it up a little bit. There we go. And then place the big ones over here. There we go. Nice. That one I really wanted to snap for some reason. I'll take it. Oh yeah, of course we gotta get the chimney going over here as well. Where the heck's the chimney? Okay, it's right here in the middle. So we gotta put down one of these. And then do a full wall, I think. Possibly. Although, let's see here. No. Just gonna place down these things over there. Like that. And actually shorten this part as well. Like so. Yeah, that looks better. There we go. And on the inside here, we just gotta fill in the walls again. Nice. Alright, and now for the roof. Just gonna be pretty simple. Since we don't got any extra bits and bobs going. At least I don't think I'm gonna add any. There we go. Place down these two. Actually, maybe we could... No. I was thinking of adding some dormers, but I don't think that's gonna look pretty good. Right, let's take a look from the outside here. Oh yeah, I gotta do these again. Oh. And accidentally remove something over here. There we go. I need scaffolding. There we go. Not really sure why I keep creating these arrow shapes. Not really sure if I 100% on board with those though. But see, I think I had some solution for that, right? On this side. Yeah, to create like larger windows. It helps a lot actually. And also adding the little roof bit on top there. Yeah, we can fix it. Good. There we go. Now we just gotta trim it down again. So really just start placing them manually, but come on. This is easier because it takes less effort. At least I think so. Probably not though. Let's go ahead and increase the window size and then add a little roof section on top of there. Like so. Same thing on the other side here. Actually, I will make this window taller as well. Yes, definitely. Sweet. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I think this building turned out really well. I'm happy with it. Like I said, I still need to do something on the back side here, but that's a concern for later. Worry about that once we figure out what we're gonna do with the gateway over here. And another question is actually, do I want to build a wall around the area? In some ways I kind of do, but at the same time it does seem like a bit of a waste of time maybe. Because why do I need a wall? It's not like base rates right in the game, which I'm pretty happy about. I kind of hate base rates. I've been kind of dealing with that lately in a game called Grounded 2. Like they made some mandatory base rates, which is super annoying. I'm not really a fan of that. Used to have that a lot in Conan Exiles as well, but I had an option to turn that off at least. And in this game, it's kind of part of the story, so I'm kind of learning to live with it, but I'm also at the same time still salty about it. Where are the rest of my windows? There they are. Gonna need to make some more tiny windows. Actually, I'm not gonna bore you guys with this. I think we're done for now. Sweet. Got a cozy little inside. We got the workshop over here. Got an upstairs for like a bedroom and maybe a little bathroom too. We'll see. Gotta do some decorating, so that's gonna be fun. Do we still have space for the carpenter's house though? Yeah, maybe. Can always dig a little bit more into the mountain here, so it should be fine. Oh yeah, also I made a bunch of chamomile tea. I may have done that last episode as well, but I don't remember. Alright, so we built 2 buildings today. I'm pretty happy about that. I did not think I was gonna be able to pull that off today, but here we are. So that's awesome. But yeah, I think with that being done, it's a good time to wrap this video up. So if you guys end up enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and comment if you want. And also if you're new here and you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Alright, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.